Hey everyone. Welcome to Zoetic Chat. Unleash your life's journey with me, John Mayfield. This ultimate podcast for spiritual guidance will answer all your life, soul and spiritual questions. I'm thrilled to have you join me every week. My vast knowledge, wisdom and experience are crucial to your personal and spiritual growth. Together we will explore a variety of topics and delve deeply into the truths of my life and spiritual path. Don't forget to sign up to my newsletter at johnmayfield.com. Hey everyone. Welcome to Zoetic Chat with me, John Mayfield. I want to tell you about my brown cupboard that I had years ago. And sitting on the brown cupboard used to be a landline. Above the brown cupboard was a bookshelf, excuse me, and beneath it were more shelves with a curtain in front and junk basically thrown into the cupboard. So why am I telling you about this? Sometimes you can be working on yourself and you can get a vision of something and it goes on to release something that you didn't know you needed to release. Well, over the last couple of weeks, I've been releasing so much stuff. A woman of my age, you think you would have released all that you needed to. Well, let me tell you, I haven't. I thought I had. And then I was doing a little meditation, affirmation, just something all mixed together it was really. It was neither one or the other. But I got a vision of the brown cupboard. And I thought, what the hell's that coming in for? But I was releasing or trying to release a particular block to money. And then the brown cupboard came in and I thought, why is that joined with that? And then I just thought for a moment and nothing else really came in. So I just carried on thinking and I realised that that's where I stood when I hadn't got much money, when I had to phone people up and say, can I pay you later? When people would ring me and say, you need to pay this now. After my partner had died and I'd still got the mortgage and I was going back to college and I was keeping down a job and my children were young. All of those things that all of you go through. But it was the brown cupboard. It didn't come through to me as a money block. It came to me as the brown cupboard. So whilst I've been doing this inner work and asking the universe to help me to release a money fear, really, I was shown the cupboard. But what the brown cupboard has taught me is about past survival strategies are not your future wealth identity. You are allowed to become someone new. You are allowed to rewrite a memory. And you're definitely allowed to plant abundance where fear once lived. So all of this became a bit of a mismatch, mix-up really. So sometimes money blocks aren't always logical. They're not always based on numbers, but they are stored in your body. Clearly they're stored in the corner of a room, in a cupboard, and they are stored in memories. They're stored in places where you stood, where I stood, because I felt powerless there. But this money block was imprinted in my subconscious. So from that moment of seeing the brown cupboard in my mind's eye, I knew that I needed to change what I used to do at the brown cupboard. And I closed my eyes and ask the universe to give me a vision of something that would change how I felt about the brown cupboard and what I used to stand there and do. And mostly it was phone calls, like I've explained already. This is on a really deep level because I didn't know this was a block for me. And like I said, I've let go of so many blocks. So what do you think that the universe gave me in my mind's eye? It gave me one of those blowers, you know, when somebody's gardening and they have a blower that blows the leaves away or blows, well, I don't know, debris away off of your garden. Well, I saw one of those in my mind's eye and I thought, what the hell? What's that got to do with money and money blocks and the psychology of money and all of this? Well, you know what happened? It started to blow. And it blew out money. I was absolutely gobsmacked. I'm really good at visualization, by the way. So I can close my eyes and I can ask for a vision and I can be shown it. That's from years of practice. But those years of practice didn't show me this money block. Anyway, so I'm standing there with my eyes closed and I can see in my mind's eye the cupboard in the corner of the room. And then I step back, I'm holding a blower, and all this money, bigger notes than what you've ever seen before, kept coming out of the blower, one after the other after the other, and they were blowing all the way into that corner. And every time I think of that cupboard now, I see the blower and the money. I see it in my mind's eye. I can't see the cupboard as it was with the bookshelf, with the curtain, with the phone. I just see the blower blowing money over the cupboard. How amazing is that? If you just allow your mind to go where it needs to go, it will take you, it will show you things that you need to bring forward, to release. I could have just saw that brown cupboard in my mind's eye and thought, oh yeah, I remember that. But it took it to another level, then another level, and another level, until if I just say to myself now, brown cupboard, I see the blower and the money. So it's changed. It's changed the pattern that was set within me that I didn't really know I'd got to give me an abundance of money. So we need to watch this space now and see if that abundance comes to me in money or in another way. But I find all this so fascinating that you can live for all these years and still get blocks, basically. So if you've got any money blocks, ask the universe to show you something connecting to the money block. And let's see what they give you. Thank you for listening. Hey, thank you for tuning in today. Your support is much appreciated. Please consider leaving a review, sharing on social media, and telling your friends about my podcast. You can also join my newsletter at johnmayfield.com. Remember, take what resonates from Zoetic Chat and enrich your life with wisdom in all areas. And stay tuned for the next episode.